Hello, this is the second of many videos, it seems, that will be happening where I'm commenting on your blogs. In this video, we'll be looking at Emily, Jake, Jenna, Justin, Katie. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5. All right, and let's get started. Remember to make sure you watch the introductory video that's above this one, and which provides some wonderful introductory information. Okay, let's go. This is Emily's, a serendipitous adventure. A very nice looking theme. I do not know whose site this is. I have a feeling it's about music, but I don't know who it is. I mean, I see emilybogansky.com in the username. I'm sorry, the URL, but I don't know from just looking at the blog. Perhaps there's a tagline that can be added. I know that I can click on the About page. Let's go ahead and do that. And it says, welcome to the beginning of your service. So still no name associated with this, Emily. So I would go ahead and change that. There's some strange formatting going on over here. I'm not really sure why that's happening. For when things are underlined, it means I want to click on them. See how there's a clickable thing over here? So avoid the underline because it really signifies clicking. Here's your tweets, very nice. And content is okay, I think. Yeah, you might want to start linking to your own site as suggested in the how to write an about page, excuse me, and go from there. Okay, let's see. I like the slider, very nice. I can click through it. These are a little bit difficult to set up, but if people are interested in these kinds of things, each theme has a little instructions and a little area where you format this kind of thing. It takes a little while to read through because each theme is a little different, but it is well worth the wait because then you get something that is very beautiful, like the layout that we have here. Let's click on this one. September feature of the month, followed under featured. That's great. And this allows, for this blog, I'm assuming that this allows it to go into the slider. Nice links. We got a little trailer going on here. Very exciting. All sorts of things. Some weird things going on with your images. And I'm wondering what it is. I'm glad you grabbed that from Wikipedia. That's excellent citing as suggested in the book. Very nice. And you're sort of asking people to be commented, to sort of have them become part of your site. I really like that. It's a really nice feel to the site. The font is not perfect, but that's something that can be changed eventually. This is very clean. The tag cloud is more not cloudy. It's sort of, but that's just the way this theme is with their tag cloud. Otherwise, it's very nice. I'd move the blog roll up above the meta. This sort of goes down at the bottom. Definitely move your tweets all the way up to the top. And overall, I think this is a nice layout. I'm pleased with it. I can get an understanding of what's happening with your site by looking at it. And yeah, do work on your, one thing I would like you to work on is your layouting of your images. Okay, let's take a look. Real Estate by Jake. Real Estate with Jake. An open house of all things real estate. I'm playing on the open house. I would remove the quotation marks here. We know that you're sort of kidding, but I think it would be nice to remove those. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Go ahead and I would go ahead and change the admin tag. We want to have a name associated with that. You can do that in the settings area. Home Snap. Find the right app. Before find the right home, find the right app. Redfin. Okay, so Home Snap needs to be moved up. And so if you're if you're going to put this to the left, which is what you're floating, you need to you can just delete the image and re-add it. You can just drag it in your edit screen up to this area before the U, and then everything will be on this side. We do need a link to these things like Redfin, like each of these, Realtor, Trulia, Zillow, need to be linked to. Yeah, you got to work on your layouts of your images. So I would encourage you to work on that a bit. We've got a nice tag cloud. As with other, I've seen this is starting to happen a little bit where the hash becomes a part of the tagging in WordPress. This is a feature for Twitter and Instagram, but on WordPress, tags do not have hashes, just like on Flickr they don't have hashes. Okay, so I would go back and edit each of these tags and remove the hashes because they don't really need to be there for this. Follow you on Twitter. This is redundant because they can just follow you here. So I would remove that tag. Let's take a look at the About page. So the About page, we really need a bunch more here based on the article that we read, the kinds of things that were there. You might check out the About page from Amy Lynn Andrews, her About page. But we really need quite a bit more in here. We don't even know who you are. We just know your name is Jake, and from here, but there's really not much else to see. And I don't know what blog is. That goes nowhere, so you might want to remove that link in the menus area. Look at all the homes for sale near St. Joe's. Let's see. Well, that's really nice. Really, only $500,000. Let's view more details. Oh, that's a beautiful house. Lovely. Oh, just 2 pictures. Apparently it's a front. Apparently this was just the front and the backyard. Front and back. That's all I get. But it's very nice that you've added that so that you can actually see that. And you've sort of set the area near St. Joe's. I like that as well. I'm not sure what this image is. I hope that it's yours. That's all I want to say about that. Nice blog. This is sort of a nice layout. It's very sort of corporate looking. So that's really nice that it's doing what that needs to do. Okay. Jenna Sorosky, and we have the point is, and then we don't really know whose blog this is just by looking at this. This theme it really slows down some browsers like WordPress, and it's not the most aesthetically pleasing theme according to somebody just coming to look at it. It looks like you just sort of grabbed a WordPress theme is really what is happening here. And I know you did that, but some of the other themes like this one, right, and perhaps this one, they look a little bit more customized, and so you might want to go and find a new theme for yourself. We do need your name somewhere associated with this. You've got 2 search bars. You know, you've got this search over here, and then you've got this search over here, Jenna. So you might remove this one from the widgets area in the dashboard. Categories about fitness. It looks like you don't have any categories for your posts, which is why none are showing up here. These are pages. Is that right? Oh no, you've categorized them as about fitness, nutrition. Okay, that's all right. No, that seems fine. I would love to see some videos. What am I clicking on here? These are like dictionary terms, right? I would love to see some videos here because what's happening is that you're encouraging your reader to leave every single time. Go somewhere else, go somewhere else, go somewhere else. So either add the definition for yourself to view it. What's this? What am I doing here? I just downloaded something. Download a movie. Huh. I'm wondering if these can be embedded some way or if you can get the videos from somewhere else. I understand the desire to show all these things, and I certainly support that. Maybe you can have a page that just shows all these different movements, pliés, and so on, but I'm not sure having just a list of links and the cooldowns and stuff. It would be really great to see you doing this, right? So do we have you doing this sort of exercise? 5 minutes, 5 minutes, what is this, 20-minute routine? It would be great to see you doing that, okay? I don't see an about page, but I see an about category. So I'm going to click on that. There you are in the Nutcracker. Very nice. Hi, my name is James Rossi. So this is a much better about page. I'm currently a student at St. Joseph's Communication Program in fashion. Again, you might want to contextualize yourself as a dancer first, and then maybe part of St. Joe's, because the goal here is to talk about dance, and not as you as a student. As someone who has lived their whole life as a dancer, you have an expertise that people are looking for, which is beyond that of just a student. So I might even remove yourself, remove the mentioning of you as a student, and just sort of create a presentation of yourself as a dancer, and go from there. If we can move this image up into, so you can float it, you can do the alignment, and when you're editing your post, you can click on the image, you can add an alignment, and it will sort of float it, and the text can wrap around it. If there are links to any of these spaces, the Nutcracker Ballet, the Ballet Repertoire Company, so on, you might want to do that. Do we have any video of you doing these things? That would be great. Now, you've created a post, I think, called About Me, but in the dashboard area, what we really need is that to be a page. And pages are static, and they look just like the posts area, but they are static, and then they could be added to the menu above. So please go ahead and take that content, move it over to a page, and then delete the About post. Okay. All right, but overall, I think it's starting to get put to get to, it's such a skinny little thing here, get put together. Okay, Justin, we talked a little bit about this, but I'm just going to go through. If you can go back and listen to what I've said about all the other about pages. This one really needs to be much more robust. We need a photo theme. This is not really a photo theme for a photography blog. It looks really nice. The blog roll is getting in there. You can get rid of this one and this one and this one and the themes in the WordPress Planet. You could take a lot of those out, and you can just, in the dashboard area under the links, you can edit and then unclick the Make Visible button and then resave it. Okay. You don't have your Twitter feed. You have this follow, which is okay. This kind of theme with the footers or sidebars, it's hard to get your Twitter in there. I know that. No uncategorized posts, please. Make sure you create categories. Okay. Good tagging. All right. Let's see. Fashionista, a Philly kind of style. We don't know who's this. On first look, I have no idea who this blog is by. I see Ross McKay, in the header. I need to eat something. That's why I'm yawning. It has nothing to do with your posts. But we need to really get an idea of who this is. Anorak takeover. Approaching clothing must change too. Fellow is very unpredictable. It's very true. What is an anorak jacket? Now, is this the header for your blog, I'm wondering? It is. So, fashionista, or feet and images. Okay, I get that. What are we looking at here? One of the buildings on campus. I'm not sure what building that is. We need to add an about page now that I'm over here, just FYI. It's sort of strange. I'm seeing feet, and then I'm looking at anorak, and the two are juxtaposing, and they don't sort of jibe. And I'm wondering how this picture is a representation of fashionista. I'm seeing brown boots, is really what I'm seeing, and a lawn. And that doesn't really represent to me fashion, but maybe that's just my lack of fashion sense. This also does not represent to me a Philly kind of style. It represents to me grass. I'm not really sure what else to say about that. But I like the idea of getting a header image in there. I just think it needs to be something a little bit more appropriate to the subject matter. Okay, I like what you're doing here, Katie. You're borrowing the conventions of a lot of the blogs that we have seen, the fashion blogs that you've looked at, excuse me, and you're excuse me, you're trying to get that through. We do need to have the brands, right, of each of these things, like what brand of the pants and this and the sweater and the necklace and the jacket and so on. I would also like you to take a look at using or try using a professional camera for this. These look like they were taken with a phone. They're not very high quality, and you can rent the camera from downstairs in the basement of Marion, and that will allow you to have much more professional looking images, and that will come out much nicer. Okay, but I do like what you're trying to do here, where you're putting these images and you're sort of representing the kinds of things that people are wearing. I would break these up a little bit, get the images in with the text a little bit more. Again, we need the brands and we need links to those brands. You want those brands to know that you are tweeting, that you are writing about them. And eventually, people who follow those brands and people who the brands themselves will become interested in what you're doing. So please try to improve on those things a little bit. Right, so here we need a lot of linking and more pictures, obviously, and you should go back and edit those. I see lots of tags, which is great. I don't see a category. Is there at the top? No. So you might want to start adding some categories as well, because those are very important. Okay, so I think that is all for this video 2, and we'll be moving on to video 3 in a little while. All right, later.